All right, we are going live. Sorry to everybody who got the pre-show. I saw all your dislikes in that 5-second clip on YouTube. I didn't realize that actually went live. So, but we are here now. We are going live all on Facebook. Bear with me. In about 2 seconds, we will also be live on Facebook. There we go. Let's get the show on the road. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. Yep, let me mute my phone. So it is a great day for cord cutting. There's been a ton of news this last week. So let's jump into one more area. I got by myself on YouTube because I was somehow unable to save that link. Here we go. Mute that. All right, movie fan Rosie Paul, good to see you here. Jason, good to see you on Facebook. Let's get this out here. Get us everywhere. Share it over. Thank you, Travis. Share this over on my Facebook group. I figure I'll way to automate this a little bit more. All right, I promise that I got everything up now. So, what happened to Directv Now on Sunday with HBO? I'm not really sure. They went down, and it started going bad long before Game of Thrones went live. And it wasn't just on HBO. All Directv Now channels went down. And they seem to have fully recovered from it now. I was using it the last couple of days without issues. On Tuesday and Wednesday, it seemed to be pretty stable. It just seems like Directv Now had trouble. And really not a lot else to say about it. Sling TV, PlayStation Vue stayed up. Now, HBO Go and even DirecTV, some people told me it worked fine for them. HBO Go, HBO Now, same thing. Some people it worked for, other people had issues. I saw issues too that HBO's website even went down during Game of Thrones. So, one moment. So I can't really explain why some services stayed up or for some people and some went down, but AT&T has not stated what happened with Game of Thrones and so forth. William asks, can I get pay-per-view on PlayStation Vue? That has not happened yet. If you're looking for how to watch that fight next month, UFC has says there will be a way for cord cutters to access it, and they said that at some point in the future they will, this month in July, they will tell us what that is. What's the best streaming service or Spanish language programming? Sling TV's got a very good Spanish package that I believe starts at $10 a month. I'm trying to think of other services. Fubo TV has a decent one. And those are the two I think I would recommend. Fubo TV and Sling TV. Now remember, Sling TV's got a big head start in the Spanish programming because before it was Sling TV, there was Dish International, which was a streaming that when Sling TV came out, they used the same backends. And they just rebranded the service recently as Sling International. And it's been a little while now. But so that's actually been around even longer than Sling TV's been around. What speed do I need to play 2 video games and PlayStation Vue? Well, PlayStation Vue, I recommend about 10 down as a minimum. When I started cord cutting, that's all I had and was able to do it. For what you want to do, 20, 30 down minimum, that would be my recommendation. Good evening, Timothy. Will you be reviewing the Moho Airwave before release? I'm not sure about before it releases. I will be reviewing it. I did get to see it at CES, so I've already played with it. And it's a pretty impressive little piece of hardware. But beyond that, I'll be definitely posting a detailed review of it either around the time it launches or shortly thereafter, one way or the other. Are we a week away from CW and CBS on Fubo TV? Well, they hinted that that would be happening in July, so we got, what, 2 weeks now? We got about a week and a half, almost 2 full weeks to go, so sometime soon. Any updates on Directv Now for the Roku stick? Are you talking? I'm under the impression the black 2016 version of Roku stick will be supported. The purple one probably won't be. The purple one's just too slow to be supported. Have you heard anything good or bad about the lava antenna? No, I'm sorry, I haven't not tested that. I don't know. Is Sling TV freezing at the end of episodes on Roku? Does do that in the Fire TV? Are you talking about on demand, Vicky? Because I haven't done on demand on Sling recently, but I did do the live stream of it recently, and it worked just fine. By the way, this week we're being sponsored by McDonald's. Not really. I had dinner late. Wednesdays are always my crazy day. I took your advice on changing my connection speed. So far, so good. Well, that's good to hear. Let's see here. Have you I got a credit for my account for Directv Now due to the 3 days without service. Oh, that's good, movie fan. I wasn't aware that they were doing that. Did you contact customer support? How did that free credit come about? Oh, live. Okay, Vicky. No, I have not experienced that with Sling, and I have used it on Roku recently and not seen it canceling out at the end of episodes. My recommendation: uninstall the Sling app and reinstall it. If you hi, you often post on Facebook that Directv Now adds more local affiliates. Does that mean that live TV like ABC, CBS, NBC, etc.? Yes, it does. Currently, they don't have CBS, but they're in growing lists of markets. They have 100 locals that include ABC, NBC, and Fox around the United States. And they promise in August that they will triple the number from their launch in August. So we're expecting a lot more locals to come. And when they do that, that is just your local. If you live in one of those areas, it is one of the locals. So you will get your local news and so on through that. And so, yeah, so that is what it means. Nicholas says, any word about CBS CW on DirecTV Now? No. They say, they're always working on it, so hopefully soon. Movie fan says he contacted DirecTV Now and got a refund for the outage. Not sure they're going to still be honoring that, but hey, it's worth a try. Any idea when Hulu Live will be available on the Fire TV or Roku? No. Now, I would expect it in the Fire TV first because they've already started private beta testing on the Fire TV. Roku, they say more devices come in this summer. So in the next month or so, we'll probably see at least one more device added, if not two. Will DirecTV Now charge extra for locals? Why don't they include PBS? As far as locals, they've never charged extra for locals in the past, even in areas that have all the locals, ABC, NBC, and Fox that they offer, they don't charge extra. So I'm not expecting them to do that. Could there be a price increase? Sure. But have they said that's going to happen? No. Why don't they include PBS? Just because they haven't struck a deal with PBS, to be honest with you. You think DirecTV Now gets a deal done with the NFL Network and NFL Red Zone before the season? Do you think, I think is what you mean to ask. Yes, it's very possible. DirecTV Now is working aggressively to improve the service, it seems like. Adding a lot of locals wouldn't surprise me at all if they strike a deal there. They did survey their readers about the possibility of NFL Sunday Ticket coming. So they're obviously, NFL's on their mind. And so, I mean, it's possible. We don't know. They haven't said, but it's possible. Bill says he got a $10 credit for the outage from DirecTV Now. Oh, that's good to know. Would DirecTV Now be better than PlayStation Vue? PlayStation Vue is slow and the recording shows sometimes don't work. Mick, that is a good point. That it does seem like PlayStation Vue for some users, I posted an update about this, are having issues with the PlayStation Vue DVR. I cannot explain why some are and some are not. As far as, is it better for you? Well, it doesn't really have a DVR at this time. It doesn't have any DVR, I should say. But they say DVR is on the way. They're going to start beta testing this summer, roll out the DVR this fall. As far as it better for you, that depends on what channels you want. Is the price point bringing you the channels you want? Every service has like its own mix of channels. And for some people, Sling is going to be a great fix. Others, PlayStation Vue. And for others, DirecTV Now, Hulu, etc. will have the ones that they want. So check it out. My recommendation is take advantage of the 7-day free trial and see if you like it. Yes, that is Dilbert in the background with the PHB. Anybody know why that's called the PHB? His boss right here. Do I use Plex? Yes, I do have Plex. I actually, a while back, bought a kit, digitalized all my old home videos from VHS from when I was a kid, and put them on a Plex server so family can access them around the world. So, big fan of Plex. Your CBS All Access article, does CBS All Access offer NFL Network games? Yes, they do offer many NFL Network games if you live inside that market. You have to be in that market to get it. Let's see here. Fubo TV, yes, they did add college football games. They're going to air a ton of college football from the Big Sun Conference. It's a Division I conference out of the Mountain West. If I remember right, they're like a MAC, Sun Belt type conference for the West. But it's a pretty good deal, and it's a good step in the right direction for Fubo TV to start adding some live sports. And Fubo TV is on a roll. So yeah, keep an eye on that. Hey, real quick, if I haven't answered your question, re-ask it. I probably missed it. Keep those questions coming. But we are giving away a Fire TV. Here's the Fire TV. We are giving away a antenna. And I got gift cards to Hulu, Sling TV, and Netflix that we're giving away. So 30 for Netflix, 25 for Hulu, and 25 for Sling TV. You want to enter that giveaway, go to corecarsnews.com. And the very first post at the top right now is that giveaway. So jump on in and you can get in on that giveaway. All right, back to questions. Will Directv Now offer Sunday NFL ticket package? They haven't said yet. They did survey their raters. Every week that goes by that's not there makes it less likely for me. So, but if not this year, maybe next year, I wouldn't be surprised at all if that happens. Larry, you talk about how PlayStation View can record everything. You're not crazy about paying for cloud DVR. We don't know if on Directv Now, we don't know if Directv Now is going to charge extra for a cloud DVR. They just haven't said. We just don't know. So let's withhold judgment until we actually know. Mick, yes, Mick, am I saying that right? M-I-C, Mike is how I would have pronounced that back in my theater days. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. But do you know anything about Spectrum Live TV streaming service? Yes, they do have it. It's rolling out. It's kind of a cool one, especially if you're not a big fan of sports. $19.99 plus a $6 local fee brings you all your locals and streams a bunch of other channels. All right, it is, Mick. Good. So it's a good service. Check it out. They don't offer a free trial, but they do offer a money-back guarantee. Is Big Ten Network anywhere anywhere live streamed other than PlayStation View? Yes, it is on Hulu. It is on DirecTV Now. Somebody help me. Fubo TV, I want to say, has the Big Ten Network. They have FX and FS1 and so forth, and Fox is partial owner of the Big Ten Network. Actually, they're the majority now owner, 51% of that. Somebody please let me know, is that also on Fubo TV? But yes, it is on DirecTV Now, and it is on Hulu. When is Hulu and YouTube TV getting a TV app? Well, Hulu has apps on Xbox One, on Apple TV, and on Chrome for Android, Chromecast for Android. I'm not on iOS's Chromecast app yet. They've started closed testing for the Fire TV, and they've said more devices are coming this summer. Now, YouTube TV has kind of here or there maybe said, man, we'll think about having an app. But currently, YouTube TV, you need a phone and you need a Chromecast or an Air TV compatible device. That includes Android TV. There's no Android TV app for YouTube TV, even though they're both owned by Google. But you can use the Chromecast feature in it to go from there. So, but yeah, no announcements at all about it coming to any traditional streaming players, we'll call it. Timothy says, yes, Directv Now is on Fubo TV. So Fubo TV, Directv Now, Hulu, and PlayStation View all offer the Big Ten Network. And being a big Michigan fan, I definitely am going to be on one of those to get the Big Ten Network this fall. Bodyguard says, now that DirecTV Now has added more stations, where do you rank them among streaming services? Well, I would definitely say DirecTV Now is something to try out. I think their pricing is this $35 package I think is good, but then they jump to $50 and to bring in a lot of the regional sports channels and so forth. I think that's a little high. But if they keep improving, they keep bringing more stuff in there, they keep just getting better, and add that DVR. 4K is coming to DirecTV Now. There was a couple other things, some music or whatever. I can't remember what the other features were off the top of my head. But the I think it's worth checking out. Now, for once you get past the $35 package, the pricing kind of falls apart a little bit. You can get a much better deal on some other services, whether that be Hulu, Sling TV, PlayStation View, and so forth. It gets complicated. But PlayStation View had their price range increased by eliminating the slim plans, excuse me. So, shop around. What is right for you is, I guess, my thing. They're all pretty equal right now. Yeah, it would be great if DirecTV Now would roll on Android TV app. More apps they're on, the better chances they have of people subscribing to their service. So keep an eye on that. Let's see here. Go Big Blue. Yeah, go Blue. If you have AT&T for cell phone, yeah, that's one to remember is if you have AT&T's unlimited cell phone plans, you can get $25 off a month on DirecTV Now, and that makes it extraordinarily competitive in pricing. If you don't, they start at $35 and $50 for the next one. Yes, Pluto TV did strike a deal with Big Sky College Football this fall for free to live stream a ton of their ones. When will Sling TV get more locals? They seem behind on this market. Sling TV seems to be approaching the game a little differently. They're saying, hey, we're not going to stream locals. We'll come to your house and install an antenna for you. And I had them do that here, and they came in, they put an antenna in my attic, and it works really well. It's a good antenna. $150 includes an outdoor antenna for that price and installation. So really cool setup there. They do good work. And so that seems to be the place. The Sling TV is like, we're going to keep the price low, and one of the ways we're going to do that is by not forcing you to pay for locals. For instance, even Dish, the parent company of Sling, announced recently that if you want on your Dish plan, you can cancel your locals and save $10 a month on your Dish bill, and we'll come to your house and put an antenna up. It seems to be a pretty good plan, I won't lie. That for the people who have their locals with their antennas, and that's a ton of people. The idea that Sling TV says, well, then we're going to be the service for you, and we'll be super cheap compared to Sling TV versus PlayStation View is $20 price difference. Same with Hulu, and a $15 price difference in starting with DirecTV Now. So there's something to be said about that. But then again, there are millions of people who cannot get locals, or at least not all their locals. So some people really need those and other people don't. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for Sling TV. Amazon Video, the next day viewing of TV shows, which is currently only one show, via Amazon Prime, free to watch, or is there a rental fee for that version? Okay, so PlayStation View, backing up the story here, the last ship from TNT on PlayStation View this season will, or PlayStation on cable, will air the next day for free on Amazon Prime Video for Amazon Prime Video subscribers, similar to how Hulu does the next day. You need to be an Amazon Prime member to do this. I believe this is the first time that they've done it the next day. I want to say Under the Dome of CBS. Maybe I'm misremembering this, but they had it like 3 or 4 days later it would appear. So this is the first time that they're doing it the next day. So yeah, it's pretty cool. No extra rental fee. It's included with your Prime membership. This is different than all the others. This will be free with your service. So Amazon is doing something new. Hopefully they keep doing that with more. David asks, which streaming provider offers Fox Sports Oklahoma to go along with Fox Sports Southwest? DirecTV Now does that. PlayStation View, I believe, will do that in both. Sling TV does that in both. Hulu, I believe, does it too. It has both of those. So I think pretty much all of them do that. When will MASH be on Hulu? They haven't said a date. They just said it's coming. Hulu did strike a deal today to bring 3,000 more episodes from 26 Fox-owned shows like MASH and Bones and How I Met Your Mother. Remember, these are Fox-produced shows, not necessarily ones that aired on Fox, and so on, that will be coming to Hulu soon and give you full access to back catalogs. So check that out. I get asked, can a Moho amplified antenna just stop working? Sure, if it gets damaged, just like anything, they are, paper thin antennas are paper thin, which makes them vulnerable to damage. So yes, very possible for those to get damaged. My number one recommendation, check the cables. Make sure your cables are good. Unplug. The nice thing about Moho is you can detach it from the amp, plug it directly in your TV. See if that amp went bad. Power surges, all kinds of stuff can break that too. Hulu does air shows the next day, correct? For mini shows. Best selection of movies to rent. The number one movie rental service on the web is Amazon Video by a wide margin. Amazon rents more movies than iTunes, Google Play, and Redbox combined. So iTunes, Google Play, or Redbox, add their numbers up, they don't equal what Amazon rents. So Amazon's really good, but the selection of what's available for rent is becoming pretty equal across the board. Vudu, Amazon, iTunes, Google Play, etc. Their movie catalog is pretty consistent nowadays. If a movie's for rent for sale on one service, it's generally the same across all of them. So see which one uses the same device or has the device support you want, I should say, and go with that. I don't think there's a wrong one. I personally use Amazon mostly. I'm an Amazon Prime person, and I'm in that ecosystem. And I also have a Fire tablet, and I use this when I travel. I just got this new Fire HD8 from Prime Day deal. This was a really good deal. And I love the ability to just download on this and go. I love the ability that works on my Amazon phone and so forth. So that's my personal one. Vudu, I'm a big Vudu fan too. I especially like their sales. They do a lot of good sales. So I'm there. I have a few Apple products. I used to be a big iPod user, but I'm not so much anymore. So I just don't rent movies there anymore. What is the Turk antenna in the giveaway? It's the Turk Trinity. If you go to the website, you'll find more about that right here. This is actually one I've used a lot, and I've been very happy with it. This is one of 3 indoor antennas I recommend. Antenna Direct, the Turk Trinity indoor antenna, and the Moho antenna. Moho Leaf. So those are the ones I recommend. When will YouTube TV add locals in South Carolina? They haven't said when any new locals will come out. They did release 10 markets like Atlanta, Austin, Chicago, or Detroit. I want to say Chicago too, but don't count me on that. Are being added, but they haven't given a date on when that will happen. How much is the Mayweather fight next Saturday? Is it next Saturday? I was under the impression it was the 26th of August. Somebody correct me on that. But I believe it's $100, but they haven't stated what the streaming options will be. Is PlayStation View going to update the Roku app to make it look more modern? You would think they would. They haven't really touched the Roku app since they launched it. And no, they haven't said anything at all about any desire to update the Roku app. Let me see when this Mayweather fight date is. August, yes, August 26th. So they have, UFC has said that they will have a cord-cutting friendly way to watch that Mayweather fight. They said sometime in July they will announce it. So as soon as we know, we will update a post on it and let everybody know how to do that. Directv Now has not said anything about adding more officially simultaneous streams. It's still at 2. But in their survey, they surveyed their readers recently. They asked about raising that to 3. So we'll see. YouTube TV has not said anything about adding more cable networks. Sorry, Brian. From what people are saying, there's not a lot of room in their current price structure to add more national or cable networks and still keep their plan of when they launch in a market, including all the locals. You know, their money's got to go somewhere, and the way they do it, it's just people are saying there's not enough money in there to do that. When will DirecTV Now going to add more locals in South Carolina? We don't know. They say in August they're going to add a ton more locals, but they haven't listed what those are. We'll find out as they happen. Yes, with DirecTV Now, apps streaming through like Watch ESPN does not account against the 2 stream cap limit. The catch though is if you're watching on your phone and you're an AT&T customer, you don't want to count towards your data. It only counts that way if you use it inside the DirecTV Now app. So if you're using DirecTV Now logon on your phone for Watch ESPN, that will count against your data cap. Paul, yes. So BTN was on the Fox Sports Go app, and it was there for about a week, and then it's vanished for some people. And I can't explain what happened. It was there. It worked. And they've said in the past that they're consolidating their apps down. And yeah, so it was there. Maybe it was one of those that they did it too soon kind of things. How often do we see that happen all the time? But yeah, like you said, it worked for you. It worked for me. I read a story. 2 days later, they stopped supporting it. I can't explain what happened there. We'll keep an eye on it. Daniel, it's 3 times. So DirecTV Now announced that they are adding 3 times as many locals from when they started. They only had like a handful at their start. It's not going to be 300 locals. They messaged me, asked me to clarify that a little bit because I wasn't exactly the clearest on my first story. That it's 3 times the number of channels they had at launch. That still means that they're going to add a ton of locals. So keep that in mind. And just to remember with that too, that number, that's channels, not markets. So yes, there's 210 markets, but inside each market, there's 4 primary ones plus CW plus sub channels. So saying having 100 locals is 100 individual channels in 50 of the 210 markets. Hope that makes sense. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah, Daniel, that was, I said it, but I said it in kind of a weird way that was confusing. And DirecTV Now was like, hey, could you make that a little bit more clear? I said, sure, AT&T. So I posted an update, said, just to be clear, it's 3 times the number of channels they had since launch. Who owns your station? My local is owned by Nexstar. A contact said coming in a few weeks. Yeah, NBC, Nexstar has... There's been rumors for a while now that they're in talks with NBC to come to more streaming services. When will local CBS stations be available on DirecTV Now? DirecTV and CBS have not struck a deal, so I don't know. Not sure if you answered this all right. When is YouTube TV expecting an Atlanta market? YouTube has not said, so sadly I do not know. Hopefully soon, right? You think that would be soon. Do you know when the cloud DVR is coming to DirecTV Now? This fall. They're beta testing it this summer with the goal of rolling it out to the everybody this fall. Do you need to keep your PlayStation 3 on all day for PlayStation Vue DVR? No. Your PlayStation does not need to be on. It doesn't need to be doing anything for the DVR to work. That's all handled on the web. Hey, one second, I'll play a quick ad on YouTube, and I'm going to take a quick drink. While I do that, make sure to go check out our giveaway. So, talking all day is kind of hard. But let's just dive right back into these questions and check all of them out. All right. What's your thoughts on the Slingbox halting production? Yeah, I think the Slingbox is pretty much dead. Dish owns it, and they're pretty much moving everything over to the Air TV box. So I think Sling is just dead. I think it's just kind of one of those things that filled a need back in the day where it would take your cable or your antenna and restream over the web. But with services like Sling TV, PlayStation View, and so forth, and most cable services, you know, Comcast and so forth, having apps to do that now, there just wasn't a need for a Slingbox, which is a shame. I mean, they're not going anywhere. They'll probably be available in the, you know, secondary markets for a long time. Great for people, you know, if you live overseas, you got family here in the country, you just leave a box here. But if you're a Comcast subscriber, you can just now log in the Comcast app instead of streaming it over to a Slingbox kind of deal. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all that they're shutting that line down. When 5G internet, the over-the-air internet standard that's being rolled out, makes it to market, do you think we'll see an increase in price for the faster speed? Maybe at first. By 2020 though, Dish, Spectrum, Google, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and there's another one in that list I'm missing, all promise to have over 50% of the country covered with a 5G signal. That's 7 or so providers of 5G, plus you're going to have your home DSL, cable, maybe a fiber where you live. Now you're talking about 10 home internet options to pick from. When there's 10 companies fighting for your home internet, that's going to create a price war. That's going to drive down prices. I am very excited about 5G internet. If you don't know what 5G internet is, 5G is the next step up from 4G, but it's a totally different philosophy. This is a different complete system from what 4G is. It's being built specifically for home internet, and it's being built for the idea to combat cable and DSL and all that in your home. This is great for cities. This is great for rural people. If you're in a rural area with very slow internet, 5G promises gigabyte speeds. AT&T says 750 down. Most everyone else is saying gigabyte speeds. Either way, it's designed to stream video. It's designed to play games on. It's designed to be a home internet. Verizon announced a modem. It's about this big. You put it in your home. It connects to their network and creates a Wi-Fi network in your house, and you're online. The real benefit of this is instead of running fiber to every home in a town, which can take a couple years, if you think about it, they have to literally run fiber to your home to get you gigabyte speeds. With 5G, they just upgrade some cell phone towers, and now your entire town in a month or two is covered, maybe 3 months. Verizon's so excited about this being a home internet service. They are spending $1 billion with a B. Yes, $1 billion to run more fiber lines to their cell phone towers to handle the demand of 5G internet. So yeah, 5G is a pretty cool device, and Verizon is rolling them out. AT&T is rolling out in a few markets this year. Really expecting the big rollout next year in 2018, with half the United States covered by 2020, sometime in 2020. So keep that in mind. All right, let's dive back into these questions. What about next gen TV, the 3.0 over-the-air TV? I get a station from South Charleston, and this market. So 3.0 is rolling out. We're expecting the first stations to start doing 3.0 next year in 2018. NBC has announced that they will air some of the Olympics next year in 4K over there for free. 3.0, the next generation over the air TV, will offer 4K streaming, on demand over the air, other cool features, and more importantly, it promises the ability to offer better penetration. You know, things like trees and other things that currently block over the air signals won't be as much of an issue with 3.0 standard. Slightly different system that allows them to get better reception where you live. When will that happen? the Sinclair is the largest owner of over-the-air TV stations. They're betting heavily. Sounds like next year they're going to start upgrading a lot of their channels. As Sinclair being the biggest, other channels are going to try to do the same thing, probably to compete. Probably the next 3 to 4 years, we'll see most channels switch over to the new over-the-air TV standard. What does that mean for you? Right now, nothing. TV sold starting this year are coming with 3.0 tuners built in. They're backwards compatible to what you have now. Otherwise, if you have an older TV, you may just get a little box that connect your coaxial cable and run an HDMI to your TV, and you're done. If you have Comcast or one of those ones that do digital cable, you've probably seen those boxes before. If you remember the switch from analog to digital over-the-air TV, same concept. Don't worry about it. Ton of new features, 4K, better reception, and so on. It's all going to be there. But probably a year to 3 years from now before you really see it. All right. How about mountains? Mountains may still be a problem for 3.0. Only so much to think everything can do. Do you have any idea when Xfinity's streaming service is to join the streaming party? Don't know. This year's expected. So Verizon and Comcast are both expected to launch a live TV streaming service for cord cutters. Basically, everybody wants in on the cord cutting trend right now. Charter and CenturyLink launched their own. Spectrum is Charter. They did that under the Spectrum brand, just to be clear. And now Verizon and Comcast are both stated that they are getting ready to launch their own live TV streaming service. No date set, but fall is probably the one that's anticipated right now. Spencer asks, what's the maximum range of the 3.0 standard? 100 miles, 250 miles? I don't know, Spencer. Maximum range is a tricky thing. Are you talking about the desert, or are you talking about the mountains of West Virginia? It's going to be very where you are now. Basically, it's going to be better than what it is now. I can't promise anything because I haven't seen it a lot work in public yet. Let's just say that. But yes, 3.0 will be a better reception than what you get now. Any thoughts on the HD Homerun? Is it worth $99? Excuse me. It's not a bad device. The HD Homerun, my number one complaint about it is two things. First, it doesn't have Wi-Fi. You need to plug it in by Ethernet, and if your router is not in the best spot for your antenna, that could create an issue. That was one of the main reasons I only gave it a 2-star rating. Where the Tableau and the Watch Air and the Airwave and all the other devices are coming out with Wi-Fi built in for no need to have an Ethernet cable for those devices. The other one is you need to be a little bit more advanced. It's not quite as user-friendly, but you can do a lot more cool things. If you're very comfortable with technology and you have a media server, especially, the HD Homerun is a really cool service out there. So check it out. Jody said, whatever happened to VidGo? Slowest launch ever? Yeah, so we're coming up on a year and a half since they announced it. No launch yet. And I don't know what to tell you on it. It's out there. It's floating around out there. It hasn't gone away. They're saying it's still coming, so we'll have to wait and see. My folks are old school and hate the Fire TV remote. What should I replace them with? They use a numerical pad a lot. Cable TV. If they want a number pad and number channels, cable TV may be what they want. Probably the most cord cutting friendly device for somebody who's very used to cable environment is the Air TV. It takes your antenna, your Sling TV, and your Netflix. It puts it all in one spot, launches up. It's and auto boots into it. There's not a lot to mess with and so forth. I do find Roku, for people who struggle a lot with it, is a very friendly user interface. The remote's not always the issue with like the Fire TV. The circular thing is confusing. Let's see here. So the circle thing, I do find some people who are not very technological, comfortable, struggle with that. And that's kind of the nice thing about got some gunk on that, the Roku. And you got the traditional D-pad there. I also find is really helpful for people is the quick buttons here that say like Netflix and Amazon and so forth, making it easy for people to quickly get to where they want. So yeah, Fire TV is a nice device, but if you're not comfortable with technology, this can become a little cumbersome. I also find the Roku OS, I know people say, oh, it's so basic, it's so blah looking. Well, you know, the blah does make it super simple to use, so keep that in mind. I think that the thing with other people is having one remote for everything, for volume, changing inputs, and so forth. You still can't do that on the Roku remotes. Well, you can do that with the side click if you want to put a little add-on for your. I don't have one here. I got it out there in the family room. You can get a little side click remote. Air TV will do that, and some other ones. So keep that in mind. Side click has Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV one, so on. That allows you to basically have a universal remote on your Roku with power, volume, inputs, and all that. Yeah, I do agree. I do agree, Paul. The Apple TV remote, if you're not very comfortable with technology, is not a good remote. Even I get very annoyed by this remote because I always pick it up upside down. You know, the buttons are perfectly set in the middle there, so unless you're paying attention, you can very easily pick it up the wrong way. But I agree with you, yeah. This is one of the things I don't like about the Apple TV. Do cable company apps like Comcast, Spectrum, and others, ABC, offer, or others have ABC due to its other markets? Well, if you pay for a live TV streaming service that includes them, like PlayStation View and so forth, you can get in there and do access some of those apps and so forth and log in. Jody says the side click for the Apple TV is no longer available on Amazon. They may be sold out, they may not. SideClickRemotes.com or something. I don't know. Google SideClick, take a look at their website. They're great people. So great story. They're a great U.S. company. A couple people, cord cutters, saw a need and made a cool device, and very excited to see their growth. Daniel, yes, you can program a side click to do whatever you want it to do. Each button is programmable however you want. All right, when will Hulu have an app for the Roku TV? It's listed as coming soon. They haven't said that this is the one coming, but they have said that this summer more apps will be supported for the Apple TV. All right, hey, keep the discussions coming, but don't forget we're giving away a bunch of gift cards. So Hulu, Netflix, and Sling gift cards, a indoor antenna, and a Fire TV to one lucky winner. Now this is a great cord cutting kit to help to get started. This is a great kit if you're already a cord cutter and you just want some cool stuff. If you want to enter that giveaway, go to cordcuttersnews.com, and the #1 post right there is about the giveaway. It'll tell you how to enter to join, and you can go that way. So check it out, enter the giveaway, and tell your friends. Do me a big favor. You got a friend who's been thinking about becoming a cord cutter and just kind of thinking about it, tell them about this giveaway. Sign up at cordcuttersnews.com. Have them enter it. Do you think it's a good idea to set my Tableau DVR with the 5-month subscription? You know, Spencer, I go to antenna recommendations. I can't tell you what you're going to get over there in that time. I'm not there. I've never lived there. I may have driven through it once, I think. But antennarecommendations.com, enter your address, hit, and then see the result page, and it will tell you what over-the-air channels you can get. So I always highly recommend you know what's available in your area before you go buy an antenna or DVR or anything. All right. I think I've answered. If I haven't answered your question, please re-ask it, and I'll do my best to answer it. So keep those questions coming, and hopefully we will be able to help you get the most out of your cord cutting experience. Real quick though, I want to say thank you to everybody for your support. It really means a lot. A lot of great readers, a lot of great tips, amazing support from all of you. And Cord Cutters News is a lot of work, so I'm very, very grateful for all that you do to help us. Thank you, and hopefully we can help you get more out of your cord cutting journey, we'll call it. David asks, any word on an Apple TV 5th generation? Well, there are rumors that a 4K version of the Apple TV will roll out this fall, this winter. We don't have an exact date. is rumored to offer 4K. We'll have to wait and see what it actually is before we know more. Apple TV needs to be updated. It needs to get a 4K release, especially with Amazon rolling out a 4K HDR. Both Roku and Amazon having significantly cheaper devices. In Roku's case, half the price that offer 4K. I do expect it. So we'll see. Now, Jay asks, do any antennas work in the mountains? Yes, but the question is, does it work where you live? Go to antennarecommendations.com, put in your address. Antennas only pick up what's available where you live. It's not going to pull a signal through the air if there's no signal there. So, antennarecommendations.com, enter your address, and see what it offers. Any word on when Vudu will be available on more devices? Well, they say they're coming to the Apple TV, but they haven't said when. You won't be able to rent movies through it. You'll just be able to watch what you have in their free content. If you want to watch a lot of 4K, I would think going over 2 terabytes easy of data. Well, 4K doesn't use as much data as you may think. It all comes down to how much TV you use. If you're watching an hour or two of 4K a day, it's not a problem. How close is PlayStation View to getting NBC and ABC? Well, they already have NBC and ABC in some markets. The question is, are they in your markets? And I don't know. They haven't. Sony's notoriously bad about announcing things. They'll even release new locals and not tell anybody. So I cannot answer that question. All right. Let's keep going here. Just kind of keeping an eye on the questions. Any news of Verizon streaming service? Sorry, no, nothing. It's coming sometime probably this summer or this fall. If you had to choose what TV streaming service, what would you use and at what package? It depends on what time of year it is. If it was for my wife to watch The Walking Dead, I'll get Sling because that's the cheapest way to get it. I'm a big Big Ten fan. I love my Big Ten football. This year, I'm thinking about trying Directv Now. In years past, I've used Sling or PlayStation View last year, excuse me, for the Big Ten network. This year, I think I'm going to try Directv Now and Hulu. I'll probably play around Hulu. Now, I subscribe to all of them. I got Hulu, Directv Now, Sling TV, and PlayStation View. And I hope to get YouTube TV soon when they come to my area. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so what's best though is really depends on what you want. I mean, if you're a Pac-12 fan, Sling TV is the only service with a Pac-12 network, and so on. Shop around; they all offer free trials. See which one offers the channels you want at the best price. Everybody's different. That's the great thing about cord cutting. With cable TV, they say, "Hey, here's your option." I wanted the ESPNU. There we go. Reset my camera focus. I want ESPNU. Comcast charged me $149 a month to get ESPNU. With the Sling TV, I can get that for $25 a month. So, but to me, getting ESPNU because I'm a college football fan is important. For others, they could care less. Big Ten Network's on Directv Now, but only on the $50. Yeah, I know. I plan to try it out, see how it holds up. I'm actually still grandfathered in at the $60 plan for $35. So I got to go big for $35 grandfathered in. Directv Now, does Directv Now have plans for a cloud DVR? Yes, they've announced that a DVR and 4K are on the way to Directv Now. DVR beta testing starts a closed testing this summer, going public to everybody in Directv Now. We don't know exactly how that's going to look or work this fall. So we'll keep an eye on that. As soon as we learn more, we'll be posting about it. Do you think PlayStation View will step away from cable because of the high cost of cable networks? I misread that. Do you think PlayStation will step away? I'm assuming you mean like shut down PlayStation View. Not anytime soon, but there are reports that Sony as a company is struggling and that the subscriber numbers for PlayStation View are not doing well. We learned from Discovery that both PlayStation View last in the first quarter of 2017 and Directv Now both had 400,000 subscribers. And that's pretty disappointing numbers considering how much longer PlayStation View has been out. But I don't really expect them to give up on it because they just made a big investment in adding a ton of locals. And so they signed some contracts. They're paying out money to locals. I think they're in it for the long haul. But is PlayStation View doing well? Well, we don't know. We just don't know. They don't talk. They're being rather closed-mouthed about things. And we'll have to wait and see what happens. Does Sling TV still offer their combined package? Yes, but they don't really advertise it. If you want their orange plus blue package, just add both to your cart. At checkout, you'll see a $5 discount for that. Paul, Big Ten Network needs a TV service. Do you see them going standalone? No, I don't, because you can get with PlayStation View, Directv Now, Hulu, or Fubo TV. Sign up for one of those services and use those credentials to use the Big Ten Network app, or use the PlayStation View app, the Big Ten Network app, or the Directv Now app, and so forth. Why doesn't Sling credentials turn on as many apps as View or Directv Now? Sling, so what I've been told is you have networks like DirecTV Now and Sling and so forth pay to have their logins work on those services. It's all part of the deal when you sign a contract. To keep costs low on Sling, they decided to keep it all inside the app. Unlike PlayStation View, where some things work on the app when you're away from home and others don't, Sling TV works on your phone, on your tablet, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. They've just said we're going to put all the content in there. Alternates for Big Ten Network are there. All the ESPN3, all that stuff is on the Sling app. All the Simpsons episodes can be found in the on-demand FX X area. So Sling TV just said, hey, you know what? We're just going to put it all in our app. You don't need third-party apps and so on. They do have a growing list of app support on things like Watch ESPN and so forth. So they're getting better, but they basically said that we consider to keep the price down. All right. I think I've answered everybody's question. A little announcements. I did buy CES plane tickets. So January, I will be once again at the Consumer Electronics Show. We will be covering all things cord cutting at CES this year to give you the best possible coverage of all things cord cutting. So keep an eye on that. All right. So when will users be able to use Sling TV credentials for the Fox Sports Go app? Do not know, David. Sorry. All right. Hey. Oh, can we? Did they already add the Fox Sports Go app to Sling TV? I may have missed that. I think I may have actually reported on that now that I think about it. Do you know if Sling TV will carry Discovery? Not that I do not know. All right. Hey, last call for questions. If you have a question, get your last questions in right now because I'm going to wrap this up. But don't forget the giveaway. That's a sweet deal. Some sweet swag, as they say. I know you want these gift cards. So, enter the giveaway. Tell your friends. Please tell anybody who you think may be interested in becoming a cord cutter. Yeah, and hopefully they can enter the thing and win. I know a lot of people are asking about these. I do have something in the works to start selling cord cutter news, mugs, and some other stuff soon. It's just a time issue. I'm short on time. I'll be honest with you. I got a lot happening, and I'm just short on time. But this should be happening. I got some things are in the works to help clear up some time. All right. I can't remember. Have you ever tested the new Moho 65 antenna? My local Sam's Club has them. Yes, I actually think it's laying over here. I actually think that new Moho Leaf Glide, I believe they call it, the 65-mile indoor Moho antenna. It's an excellent indoor antenna. For indoor antenna, it's one of the better ones I've ever tested. So highly recommend it. It does a good job. Yes, I do have a video review of the Turk Extend version of this and the Turk regular version. I have just the Turk Trinity. If you go on my YouTube page and you search for Trinity or Turk, you should see this antenna come up. Not only with that deal too, you also get a 10-day free trial. So you can do 10 days of free Sling TV. And then you got a $25 Sling TV one for a free month here of the blue or orange, whatever you want. Thanks, Rick. I really appreciate your support there. So we're wrapping this up. Last call for any cord cutting related questions. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we have everything. What did my wife say when I started Cord Cutters News? Well, it started as a hobby. Cord Cutters News was just a hobby. Just kind of about 5 years ago almost now. Wasn't very happy with the cord cutting coverage out there. Remember back then, 5 years ago, the news coverage of cord cutting was, it's not happening. There's no cord cutting. It's just a couple kids in their mom's basement, whatever. And so I think there's something different. So start as a hobby. The next week, 62,000 people came to the site in a single day, crashed my website, took it all down, and it just kind of took off from there. And so what she said, well, when we launched it, it was just a hobby and it never meant to be a job. It was over a year before I quit my job and started running Cord Cutters News full time. So almost 2 years. So she didn't really say anything at the time. All right, everybody, I'm wrapping this up. That's it for the show. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I think I've answered all the questions that have come through. If not, go to facebook.com, search for Cord Cutting Tech Support. There's a Facebook group with about 20,000 people. If you look at the description, it will say owned by Cord Cutters News LLC. So if I didn't answer your question, go to Cord Cutting Tech Support Facebook group on Facebook. Join that group. Post your questions there, and there's 20,000 people who will be happy to answer your cord cutting related questions. So thank you for your support. Thank you for your help. I'm going to play one more ad on YouTube because it pays the bills. And take care, everybody. We really appreciate your support. I'm ever grateful for all that you do to tell your friends and family about Cord Cutters News. Until next week, I'll see you at 8 p.m. Wednesday, every Wednesday, Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern, to answer your cord cutting related questions. So take care, everybody. I will see you next week. All right, and I'm just waiting on YouTube for those who are watching the recording or on YouTube Red for the ad to play. And these ads do help a lot to keep the bills paid over at Cord Cutters News. So thank you to everybody who has watched that ad over on YouTube because they are very helpful. So it's got another minute and we'll be done with it. All right, the ad is done. I will wish you all a great day. Take care. Thank you for your support. Tell your friends. Enter the giveaway. I'll see you next week.